Hey, what's going on, guys? Victus here, back with another video. Now, I have a lot to talk about the RTX 40 series of laptop GPUs. As someone who has been waiting for an upgrade since the last 5 years, just waiting every year for newer technology, better efficiency, better performance per watt, basically, better price to performance ratio, like, better performance in lower end chips, like the mid range and the lower end getting improved. Waiting for all this, like, since the last 5 years, and the RTX 40 series is here, and I really have a lot to talk about it, and not a lot of good things actually. Uh, yeah, I don't want to talk about it much in this video, but probably I'll make a separate video talking about this situation, especially for budget gamers. A person like people who are in the mid range or in the lower end, especially. How things are moving here, like how is the space looking like. So I won't talk much about it in this video, but in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to look at some leaked benchmarks of the RTX 4050 mobile, the RTX 4060 mobile. So basically the mid-range and the entry-level RTX 40 series laptop GPU benchmarks have been leaked, like in quite a lot of details. Like uh, full performance testing has been done. So many information has been provided. So all these things have been leaked, in the popular Chinese website Bilibili, and yeah, I won't dig into the extreme details in this video. As I said, I want to make a separate video about the situation with RTX 40 series laptop GPUs, and the whole trend that is going on with the budget and the entry level segment. So anyways, these RTX 40 series GPUs will also be paired with the latest CPUs from both Intel and AMD. So if you want to know how those CPUs perform, which is actually, in my opinion, far more interesting than the GPU. The CPU battle that is going on right now is super interesting. So I made a whole video on the Intel 13 gen Raptor Lake versus the AMD Ryzen Dragon range and Phoenix range APUs with graphs and all. So go ahead and check that video out. Link is in the description and also in the cards. It's a really interesting video. If you're waiting for a new laptop purchase, you're gonna get even more excited when you watch that video. So yeah, do check that video out. Link is in the description. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn notifications, and also link is down in the description to join the Telegram community. All right, with that said, let's get right into the video. Right, now let's just take a look at some of the benchmark numbers for the RTX 4060 and the RTX 3060. Because I know this is the most interesting GPU, in every generation. The 60 series GPUs is the most exciting because this is what generally provides the best price to performance in the whole stack. And most people are excited about the RTX 4060 versus RTX 3060 comparison. And just like the rumors that was saying, since the last few months actually, the RTX 4060 in raw restoration performance is like 20% better. Uh, it's not too bad, not too great. It only depends upon the prices, and I'm pretty sure for a 20% improvement in performance, Nvidia is going to charge like 30% more money. That's what is going on actually. So yeah, you can see the 4060 is 20% faster in restoration performance, but in terms of ray tracing performance, it's only 14% better. That is actually very disappointing in my opinion, because I was expecting at least 30% improvement in ray tracing performance, because third generation RT cores in the RTX 40 series is actually significantly better than the RTX 3000 series RT performance. But you can only see that it only has a 14% improvement in terms of RT performance, just because the RTX 4060 has very low amount of RT cores compared to the RTX 3060. The RTX 3060 just has quite a significantly more amount of number of RT cores. So Nvidia just gimped the RTX 4060 so bad that even though it has better, like more like better quality RT cores, it still is only 14.6% faster than the RTX 3060 in ray tracing. That is disappointing in my opinion, very disappointing. And then if you move into the RTX 4050 versus the RTX 3050 Ti, this is where, like, I'm actually kind of I like it. I like this difference. So the RTX 4050 is like 37.3% faster than the RTX 3050 Ti. So 4050 is like 37% faster. So that's a pretty good jump. And so I think the RTX 4050 is the only GPU in the lower end, like compared to the 4050, the 4060, 4070. Uh, the 4050 is a decent upgrade over the last generation RTX 3050 series. So you can see 37.3% jump. That is a That is a significant jump in my opinion. It is still slower than the RTX 3060, that is for sure. So if the RTX 4050 laptops are not cheaper than RTX 3060 laptops, I mean, you will find RTX 3050 laptops more expensive than RTX 3060 laptops. So I would imagine the RTX 4050 being quite a bit more expensive than RTX 3060 laptops. So in that case, just buy an RTX 3060 laptop. There is no point of going for an RTX 4050 laptop. um, so yeah, but if the prices are good, which I doubt it'll be, I doubt the prices will be good, but if the prices are good, let's say you find a 4050 laptop for like 70,000 rupees, I highly doubt that that is not going to happen. So it just looks like RTX 3060 will be a significantly better choice than the RTX 4050 because it's just better, right? And RTX, I mean, if you just look at the RTX 3050 Ti laptops, right, and the RTX 3050 laptops, those many of those laptops are more expensive than the RTX 3060 laptop. Doesn't make any sense, and people also buy that. I'm quite amused. Like people actually buy RTX 3050 laptops over 3060 laptops. I don't know what logic they apply when buying those laptops. So yeah. However, in terms of ray tracing performance, you can see the RTX 4050 is way better. Like it's much faster than the RTX 30 Ti, where the ray tracing was totally unusable. So here you can see it's like 400+% uh, faster than the RTX 3050 Ti. So yeah, the RTX 4050 looks like a good GPU. Probably in the real world, when the laptops will come, it will be far more expensive than RTX 3060. So it is what it is. Okay, now let's look at some actual like gaming benchmark numbers, FPS numbers. So you can see here, starting with 1080p and playing some esports games, and you can see that all these GPUs are actually quite close together because in esports games it's quite a bit CPU bound, and especially compared to the RTX 3070 Ti, which is more CPU bound than the RTX 40 series. Because if you remember correctly, the RTX 3070 3000 series was much more CPU bound at 1080p compared to at 1440p or at 4K. So and also remember, these RTX 40 series GPUs, they are having a faster CPU paired with them. So the RTX 40 series is having the advantage in this comparison over here. And also, by the way, remember, all of these GPUs, they are actually fully powered versions. So all of these benchmark numbers, they are being benchmarked with laptops which has the fully powered components. So the all the GPUs compared here are the full max power version. So keep that in mind. And yeah, so if we move on to more GPU bound games, so you can see over here we've got more GPU bound games, like we've got Borderlands 3, Cyberpunk 2077, F1 2020, Far Cry 6, Gears 5 and all. So here you can see, I just want you to focus on the RTX 3050 numbers, right? So this is pretty good. You can see in Cyberpunk 2077 is getting like 52 FPS. Again, I don't know the settings that these games are being played at. Um, but you can see the lowest GPU over here, still pretty decent performance. And the RTX 4060 is now only like 8% slower than the RTX 3070 Ti. Remember, this is at 1080p, okay? Um, and yeah, so it's decent. It's decent. I don't think the RTX 4060 is faster than the RTX 3070. I think it is still just slightly slower than an RTX 3070. So again, if you find an RTX 3070 laptop cheaper than the RTX 4060 laptop, then just go buy an RTX 3070 laptop. Both have 8 gigabytes of RAM, 8 gigabytes of VRAM anyways. So yeah. So next we move on to some more games. So you can see over here, uh, again, really good performance across the board. The RTX 4060 is looking like 8 to 10% slower than an RTX 3070 Ti. That is good in my opinion. That is good. The RTX 4070 is like not so impressive, obviously. So yeah, you can see Hitman 3 123 FPS, Metro Exodus, that is pretty good, right? 89 FPS. Shadow the Tomb Raider 100 plus FPS, Legion 100 plus FPS, Monster Hunter 100 plus FPS. So that's good performance in my opinion, quite good performance. uh, Now if we move on to some ray tracing performance, so this is, I believe, is ray tracing because I used Google Translate to actually translate these words. It was not correct, but I could see it showing like something like light and something else. So this is probably ray tracing performance, because if you look at Cyberpunk 2077, it's only getting like 36 FPS. So the RTX 4060 is getting like 36 FPS. So if we just compare the previous chart, right, where the RTX 3060 was getting like 63 FPS, and now it's getting like uh, 36 FPS. So this is probably ray tracing performance. And yeah, uh, again, apart from Cyberpunk, which is like crazy demanding, the rest of the games are doing decently. And you can see in terms of the differences, the RTX 4060 is again like 9% slower than RTX 3070 Ti. So that looks pretty good in my opinion. Uh, Good in terms of benchmarks. Probably we have to see what the prices are. So yeah, again, you can see the benchmarks over here. I'll just link down this article down below so you can go through them. Okay, so now these are 1440p numbers, and here you can see the difference between the RTX 3070 Ti and the 4060 increases. Now the RTX 3070 Ti is actually like 14% faster than the RTX 4060. It is also faster than a 4070. Now, the reason for this is the RTX 3000 series has significantly like wider memory bus width, right? So the RTX 3070 Ti has, I think, like a 256-bit bus, whereas the 4070 has like, I think, a 128-bit bus, and so does the RTX 4060, and the RTX 4050 has like just a 92-bit bus. So this is the reason that at 1440p the newer GPUs are actually falling behind the RTX 4070. Especially you can see the main difference coming from Counter-Strike Global Offensive, where the RTX 3070 Ti is like way ahead. But yeah, these were CPU bound games. But let's take a look at some more GPU bound games. So here you can see again the RTX 3070 Ti is pulling ahead of the 4060. Now it is like 13% faster, and at 1440p it looks rough actually. I don't think the RTX 4060 can handle 1440p that good. I think the 3070, right? The RTX 3070 will be better than the 4060 at 1440p gaming. So yeah, and then moving on to some more games. Here we can see again the same kind of difference. The RTX 3070 Ti is 13% faster than a 4060. So yeah, that's all for this video, guys. What do you think about the performance of the RTX 4060 mobile? Do you think it is satisfactory? 20% improvement in rasterization performance, 14% improvement in ray tracing performance, and God knows what the prices will be. But anyways, what do you think about performance? Do let me know in the comments down below. Are you looking to purchase a new laptop this year? Are you excited for these GPUs? Are you going to wait? Do you think the wait was worth it? If you are waiting like me, let's say like from the last 5 years, do you think the wait is worth it? So yeah, more videos to come, guys. I'll make separate videos like what I think about the whole RTX 40 series, how the things are shaping up to be for the mid-range and the lower end, and yeah, more analysis to come. So stick around. Definitely make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, enjoy the Telegram community. Link is down in the description. Yeah, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.